For years, Jason Statham has been the face of unshakable strength, the action hero who never flinches, never fails, and never falls. From the Transporter to the Expendables and Fast and Furious, he built a legacy as one of Hollywood's toughest men. But behind that iron exterior, Statham's real story is filled with struggle, loss, and pain, a side few have ever seen. And now, at 58, fans are heartbroken to learn the truth about the tragedy that's shaped the man behind the fighter. Jason Statham wasn't born into fame or privilege. He grew up in the tough streets of Shirebrook, Derbyshire, where his father worked odd jobs, sometimes as a street vendor, sometimes as a singer, just to keep food on the table. From an early age, Jason learned that life didn't hand you anything. You had to fight for it. That fight would become his identity. Before Hollywood, Statham was an athlete, a competitive diver who represented England for over a decade. He trained relentlessly, even when money was tight and recognition was rare. But despite all his discipline, he never made it to the Olympics. After years of sacrifice, the dream slipped away, leaving Jason with nothing but disappointment and uncertainty about his future. To survive, he took up street hustling, selling fake jewelry and perfume in London's markets, just like his father once did. But fate had something bigger waiting. One day, he was spotted by a modeling agent who introduced him to filmmaker Guy Ritchie. That meeting would change everything. Ritchie cast him in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, a gritty British crime film that mirrored Jason's real life, streetwise, rough-edged, and brutally honest. Audiences loved him. His rise was fast, his roles fierce, and soon, he became Hollywood's favorite tough guy. But while his career exploded, his personal life was often lonely. Statham's intense focus on work meant sacrifices, relationships that faded, friendships that broke, and a growing sense of isolation behind the fame. Those who know him best say that beneath the swagger lies a man who never truly escaped the fear of going back to nothing. Then came the moment that nearly destroyed him. In 2013, while filming The Expendables 3, Jason was performing a stunt when the brakes on a truck failed, sending the vehicle plunging into the Black Sea. He narrowly escaped with his life. The truck sank, but Jason swam to safety. Co-star Sylvester Stallone later said, "We would have lost him that day if he wasn't who he is, tough, calm, and fearless." That accident changed Jason forever. He stopped doing reckless stunts, became more private, and began focusing on what truly mattered, his family. His relationship with model Rosie Huntington-Whiteley brought new light into his life, and the birth of their son, Jack, gave him purpose beyond fame. But even then, tragedy found him again. In recent years, Jason has faced declining health from years of punishing stunt work and injuries he ignored. Insiders say he's quietly undergone multiple surgeries and physical therapy just to stay on his feet. The toll of decades of action has left him struggling with chronic pain. Those close to him describe him as exhausted, but still fighting. Despite his silence, fans have noticed his absence from major film sets. Jason reportedly turned down several big-budget roles to spend more time at home and recover. For someone who built a career on toughness, admitting vulnerability was never easy, but it was necessary. Today, at 58, Jason Statham is still the same warrior we've always admired, but his battle now is not against villains or car chases. It's against time, against the scars left behind by a lifetime of pushing limits. Behind the muscles and the fame is a man who has lost, endured, and risen again. A reminder that even the strongest heroes bleed. The tragedy of Jason Statham isn't just about pain or aging. It's about the heavy price of greatness and the quiet courage it takes to keep fighting when the cameras stop rolling.